Welcome back to Arley Farm. Now today I've got a field to plough up, and I have to get it done because we're already halfway through autumn, and of course once winter hits we're not going to be able to use the plough because the ground will be too frozen. Now, just heading over here, grab the tractor with the plough on it we're going to be using. And it's this one here that we're going to be using today. There's a problem I see. This tractor that we were going to be using for doing the ploughing today seems to be bricked, and I know the reason for that. So it's in limp mode, so I'll just have to limp it out of the way. Now the reason that this tractor's in limp mode is we plugged some third-party diagnostic equipment into it. And the dealers obviously become aware of that, and they've turned the tractor into limp mode. So what are we going to do about that now? I know what we're going to do, and it might not be ethical, but neither is what the dealer has done to us. So let's go. Now, in this episode, I'm going to do something that I've never ever done on an episode before, and I'll probably never ever do again, but I'm going to explain the reason I'm going to do it and things. So I was talking to a friend and work colleague of mine today, Dani, and she mentioned that she's been watching my videos. That, as far as I'm aware, she doesn't normally watch them, but she's got some extra time at the moment, so she's been watching them. Now, she's been going through a few issues at the moment, and you may be able to work out from the colour of the tractor you just saw and things. Maybe I'll read between the lines and work out what's happening there. But what I'm going to do here, and what I've never ever done before, and as I said I'll probably never do again, is I'm going to ask people that view this video to like it. Okay? I never ever say that don't forget to subscribe and like my videos, but there's a reason I'm doing it this time. Okay? For each like this video gets, I will increase the size of a donation that I'm going to give to a very, very good cause. So don't just like the video if you don't want to. Also get friends and family to log on and like the video, just because. So what we're going to do here, since this dealer here has bricked my tractor because I plugged a third-party diagnostic equipment into it, I'm going to borrow one of the dealer's tractors here. I suppose borrow is a very loose way of using that word, but yes, so it's not exactly ethical, but that's what we're going to do today. We're going to buy one of the dealer's tractors before they open up, so that we can get this job done, since they've booked my tractor just for plugging in third-party diagnostic equipment. So I wasn't so good on the turning there. So yes, I don't want to give what happened there, I don't know. I don't want to give a guarantee of the donation size I'll give. I'm kind of thinking $1 per like. I don't want to promise that, simply because if it gets really, really out of hand, and if people really go to town and get friends and family to like the video, so it gets like 100 likes or more, I don't want to commit to giving hundreds of dollars donations. I simply can't afford to. But I will increase the size of the donation for every like this video gets. I'm not asking people to subscribe to my channel. I'm not asking them to watch future videos. So I'm not asking them to like this video as a way of increasing viewer numbers or anything like that. I'm doing it simply to raise donation for a very good cause and for a very good friend of mine, a friend and work colleague. That's the only reason I'm asking for likes on this video. There is no hidden agenda, and it won't cost you anything to like it, because I'm not asking you to make a donation. I'm saying that I will make a donation. Okay, so yeah, please consider doing that, because I will be making a donation to a very good cause for each, and the size of the donation will increase based on the number of likes this video gets. And it's only for this one video, not for future videos or anything like that. Okay, so this is the field that we're going to be ploughing up today, and this is a huge field, which is why I've got a huge plough on board there. Yeah. We'll just drop it down here. Might as well start at the gate. And I think with ploughs normally you would do actually do just rows. You wouldn't actually do headers. You do around the field first. You just go in straight rows. But I'm so used to doing heading around my fields because I very do ploughing and things that I'm going to do it that way, even if it's not quite realistic. That's the way we're going to do it. Now, I should also point out that although this is one of my save games that I'm using here, I won't be saving the progress at the end of this video. So next time I'm farming on Harley Farm here, this field will be one I don't own again. I won't have all the pink tractors, and this field won't be all ploughed up. It will be a grass field again. But I figured it was a lot easier to set this up on a map that I already had running and things, rather than trying to set something up right from the word go again. So yeah, I won't be saving my progress at the end of this video because I don't want to own this field and all these tractors and things. I actually had to get a huge overdraft just to be able to purchase this field and purchase all the tractors and things for the story mode of this video. But that's okay, that's something I was happy to do. So yeah, I didn't really have a lot planned actually to what I was going to talk about in this video. But yeah, so what are we going to talk about? I can actually think of a couple of things that I'd like to talk about actually. And the first is one of the things that I do, because I think a lot of you know that I run a men's group, but I have also subscribed to this, it's called Wire, and it's it's free to join if you want to. It's basically a men's group thing where it sends you out an email, and you get about 2 emails a week, and they're Bible studies. Look, very short Bible studies, they only take a couple of minutes to read and things, and it's aimed at men. So I'm not sure anyone can join it because it is free to join, but it's definitely aimed at men. And they send you out these little studies that are aimed at men, and I didn't actually join it that long ago, but I really enjoy it. Normally I don't join these American men group things because I find them very Americanized, and probably a bit too Americanized for you know, what I relate to and things. But this one I have joined, and I really like it because it's a very down to earth one. So one of their studies they sent out, I think last week, one of the ones they sent out last week, it was talking about faith and believing, and it pointed out, and it's not the first time I've read this or anything, but it was a good reminder, because I mean I've been a Christian since I was 13 years old, so that makes it, oh I don't know, over 4 decades I've been a Christian for. Okay, and like anything in life I suppose, you go through seasons, you know, good seasons and bad seasons, easy seasons and hard seasons and things, and even though I've been a Christian for over 4 decades, very occasionally I'm left to wonder because of something that's happened, or maybe just nothing's been happening, and maybe I feel like I'm in a standstill, not growing in any way or anything. Sometimes I have a wee bit of doubt, and it's kind of like doubting Thomas, but a lot of you probably know who doubting Thomas is in the Bible. And occasionally I find myself, I'll probably say 95% knowing that God is real and absolutely believing, and then 5% of thinking, what if I've got it all wrong? What if it's actually, if God actually doesn't exist? And I feel really awful whenever I have this like 5% doubt, which is crazy really to feel awful about it, because at the end of the day God designed us, and He designed us the way we are, and He knows that we occasionally might have these wee bits of doubts and things, and in reality what He really desires of us is that we go to him with these doubts and we're honest and open with him about this. We don't have to try and hide it from him. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't hide it from him. God already knows everything you're feeling. But to be able to actually put it in words to God and just admit that, I'm not 100% there 100% of the time. I'm, absolutely there most of the time, but sometimes there's a bit of doubt and things, and it's, I know it's not right, but it doesn't make it any less true. And so, the study last week was about that, and just a reminder about how instead of denying it and feeling terrible that you might have those feelings occasionally, to actually take those feelings to God and admit them, because he already knows about it anyway. So what he really desires is for you to open up to him about that and be honest with him about that. God totally wants our honesty. So there you go, that's something I wanted to discuss. And I must admit, I'm absolutely blown away sometimes. So like with my friend Dani, she's had some terrible news and things, and I'm just blown away about how completely 100% faithful she is in all of this. It seems like there's like no doubt or anything. Maybe she's got a lot better faith than I have or something, I don't know, but it seems to her like there's, or seems to me like there's never any doubt or any why that she's going through. She's just totally got it all in hand, and I've got to be honest, I don't know if I would handle it as well as she is. But there you have it. So that was something I thought we could talk about, but I haven't really, as I said, planned anything this video. I just wanted to plough up a field while driving a pink tractor, pulling a pink plough, and I thought it would be a good idea to make this video, so that's what we're doing. And this is weird because of course you can't watch the video live, so I can't say to people, well, what would you like to talk about? I know that I'm more than happy. I should mention this actually, that like my last video was on New Zealand politics, which is a subject I never planned to do a video on, but I did it because one of my subscribers posted something in my comments saying that they'd like to hear about that. Now, it doesn't matter whether you subscribe or not. If there's something you'd like to hear me talk about, maybe something to do with New Zealand and you're not a Kiwi, or maybe something to do with my life, regardless of whether you're a Kiwi or not, feel free to ask. If you've got anything you'd like to hear about, feel free to post about it, post in my comments. Now, I'm not absolutely guaranteeing that I will discuss any subject that people post about. I can't think off the top of my head right now of anything that I'd read and think, no, I'm not going to discuss that. So, as far as I can think of at the moment, there's no subjects that would be taboo like that, but I don't want to promise that if you post it, I'll talk about it, because someone might come up with something that there's just no way I ever thought of, and it's something that I don't want to discuss or something. But certainly if you post a question or something in my comment section, there's a very high chance I'll do a video about it, whereas if I don't know you want to do a video on it, then there's a very low chance I'll ever do one if you don't ask. So the old thing of don't ask, don't get. So as you can see, this paddock's we're actually getting it ripped up pretty quickly here. So now the idea for the first part of this video, the first part of the story of this video, the thing about having a tractor that's bricked from plugging in third-party diagnostic equipment, that actually came from a video I saw, which wasn't a Farming Simulator video, but just a video about the whole right to repair and things. And the right to repair is something that I've sort of followed a wee bit with, because it's actually extended beyond just tractors now, and there's cars now, modern cars, where you can't repair them and can't do a lot of stuff. In fact, there's some modern cars that you can't even put a new battery in, it won't work, because you've got a computer chip thing that reads whether it's a proper battery or not, and in order for it to work, the dealer's got to plug in a laptop and basically tell the computer in the car that that new battery is acceptable and to accept that. So even in cars now, it's not just tractors, but even in cars, it's getting to the stage where the home handyman mechanic, the driveway mechanic, isn't going to be able to do anything. So I must admit, it's another reason in my book to own an older car. It's quite funny because my car's 20 years old. I haven't had it for 20 years, but it's 20 years old, and I have zero regrets about owning an older car. I mean, it's very, very tidy condition, and you certainly wouldn't know it's 20 years old to look at it, but it is, and I love having an older car with no computer. It's quite funny because my wife's got the same car. Her one, she's got a modern stereo in it with touch screen, and so it's got Bluetooth, it's got GPS for maps, it's got reversing camera, it's got all of this sort of stuff, whereas my one still has the original 20-year-old stereo in it, and it's quite good because we both prefer our own ones. She loves having the Bluetooth, she loves having the GPS and the reversing camera and things like that. I love the originality of having the original 20-year-old stereo still in mine. So it's good that we've both got the car that we want, with the setup we want, but I must say there are definitely some advantages to owning an older car. They are a lot easier to work on than modern ones with computers and things in them. I mean, my car doesn't even have a computer, that's how basic it is, sort of thing. But yeah, so I watched a right to repair video, and it gave me the idea for doing the beginning of the story bit for this video. So that's where that idea came from about the bit tractor. And as I said, the colour of the tractors in today's video and the colour of the plough there is all significant to what I was talking about earlier. So this video's been going for about 17 minutes now, and my videos I normally try and keep them to 15 to 20 minutes, so I might bid you adieu. I will actually finish ploughing this field in, even though I'm not going to save at the end of this video. I'm going to finish ploughing the field in just because I feel like finishing this field. So, but I'm not, since I don't really have anything planned to talk about in this video, I won't make you all endure a much longer video just so that I can get the field finished all on online during the video. I'll finish it offline before I quit the game. Okay, so thank you very much for joining, and don't forget to like this video, which is something I'm not going to be asking on other videos, just so to increase the size of the donation to a good cause. Thank you very much. Bye.